everyone. My name is Dr. Lye Ket Yong, and I'm Malaysian by nationality, but I have been based in Dubai, the United Arab Emirates, for the past 17 years. And first and foremost, I'd like to thank Professor Dr. Arvind Kumar Singh, my good brothers over there, for organizing this webinar at a very grand scale, I would say, stretching 3 days, 9, 10, and today is the final day. Yeah, and I will be presenting short papers on theme 5, which is the socially engaged Buddhism, global issues and well-being. My topic is COVID-19, COVID-19, Buddhist perspectives and engaging Buddhist virtues in humanitarian aids. So again, a very good morning to all our distinguished scholars and participants. I can see that indeed we have a very good presenters today, yeah, who are very knowledgeable and also well-known from various universities and all across the world. Now, the global outbreak of the coronavirus pandemic has impacted societies all across the world, causing great hardships, sufferings, and socio-economic issues. If we really reflect on why this is happening to our world at this unprecedented times, why is the COVID-19 pandemic causing so much destructions, death, and hardships? Well, in the Buddhist perspectives, we see this coronavirus global pandemic as the karmic effects of the law of karma. To quote from the discourse of the Lord Buddha, Karma sa kumehi, karma thayado. We are the owners of our actions and we are the heir to our karma. Yam kaman karisami, whatever actions that we perform, kalayanam wa papakam wa, be they evil, be they good or evil, tasa thayado pavisami, we will eventually receive the consequences. So, as a practicing Buddhist, I believe that the world is suffering today is because of the bad karma or demerits accumulated by its global citizens. We are all responsible. It is because of human defilement or kilesa in Pali that has brought about this bad karma. Kilesa is actually a mental state that clouds the mind and manifests in unwholesome deeds. Kilesa consisted of greed, lopa, hate, dosa, delusion, moha are the root causes of sufferings. In the past, we have in fact witnessed what humans' unwholesome deeds like mass slaughtering of animals in the name of sacrificing and ritual worships to please some supreme beings, massive deforestation, burning of fields, hunting for spots, and killing of exotic animals for food or trade, conflicts and wars, etc. Now, Mother Earth has given us sufficient warning in the past, like global warming, natural disasters, raging forest fires, earthquakes, volcanic eruptions, flooding, tsunamis, and the list goes on. But we fail to heed these warnings. As Buddhists, we cannot be ignorant and sit idly by just hoping that this pandemic or predicament will be blown over. This is time where unity and solidarity are needed to overcome this pandemic. To combat this global pandemic, I therefore call upon everyone to come together to keep and preserve the purity of our precepts and to cultivate good and wholesome deeds Let us purify our mind by way of regular meditations and spreading of loving kindness to all sentient beings. Through our combined wholesome deeds, indeed, we can generate a lot of positive energies or merits to offset this negative karma that has befallen our world. Like any other countries, in responding to the global COVID-19 pandemic, the UAE government has taken measures to contain and control this pandemic to protect the safety and well-being of its citizens, residents, and visitors. Unfortunately, as the situation prolonged, it has immensely impacted and caused socio-economic problems and widespread sufferings and hardships. You have companies and businesses shutting down, loss of jobs and unemployment due to laid off, employees have been placed on forced leave and severe salary cuts, stranded visitors and residents because of the restriction imposed by various countries, large construction labor force and with financial difficulties to sustain their daily needs. Since the beginning of March 2020, I have received a lot of requests from our expatriates communities reaching out for help. In fact, I can see that when I visited those labor camps where the majority of our labor forces are residing, right, more than 80% of the workforce are out of job. In fact, they are not paid a single cent, right? There's no salary. The only thing that they are allowed to stay is because of the government, the government regulations that says that an employer cannot evict them until they have they are provided flights to go back to their home countries. So out of sympathies, kindness, and compassion, I therefore initiated the humanitarian aid called Helping Hands That Help Humanity UAE by collaborating with various NGOs and local charitable organizations to ease the hardship and sufferings of the vulnerable and poor minority communities in the UAE. The objectives of Helping Hands That Help Humanity are, number one, to identify the poor, vulnerable, and badly impacted groups and clusters. Number two, distribution of food rations and food supplies to those badly impacted. Number three, to help with accommodation for stranded visitors and in coordination with various foreign missions. And number four, to provide counseling and mental health assistance in coordination with the authorities and other NGOs like Doctors with No Borders. Doctors Without Borders. Since the first week of March 2020, we have distributed food aids and counselings to thousands of poor minority communities and those badly impacted by this pandemic. We shall continue to give this humanitarian assistance until this pandemic has been brought under control. Likewise, with my inspiration, all our affiliated members, NGOs globally, have also initiated this humanitarian food aid in their respective country. This coronavirus knows no boundaries, has no political or religious affiliation. It has shown us that to overcome this adversity, unity, solidarity, and interdependence within the human race are needed. Therefore, I wish to appeal to those who have sufficient and comfortable financially to come out together to help the poorer and vulnerable societies. Humanity is one human family. In the name of human fraternity, I implore you to be part of the solution because a society's collective strength is dependent on the unity it can manifest in action. May we emerge victorious with a greater insight and a deeper appreciation of our interdependence on one another. May all humanity be safe, well, and free from harm and sufferings. Thank you very much. And thank you, all venerables, for giving me a chance. And also, thank you, all my Dharma brothers and sisters today. Thank you very much. Namaste.
So, thank you.